Introduction. I'll have mine with Wabi-Sabi. Wabi-Sabi, the art of appreciating the beauty of the unfinished, imperfect, and impermanent in yourself, your life, and the world. In Western society, we obsess about perfection. The perfect mate, the perfect car, the perfect job, perfect looks, the perfect life. It never ends. As a collective, we sand down the rough edges of reality until there's no substance left. At what point do we evaporate into a forgettable mist of uniformity? Enter Wabi-Sabi. Put simply, Wabi-Sabi is the Japanese idea that true beauty exists only in the imperfect, impermanent, and incomplete. From an aesthetic viewpoint, its characteristics include asymmetry, uneven roughness, simplicity, economy, modesty, and austerity. When one admires the large stones floating in the otherwise perfectly manicured sands of a Zen garden, one experiences Wabi-Sabi. When one enjoys tea from a rustic, irregularly handcrafted tea bowl, one tastes Wabi-Sabi. When one sees a picture of Marilyn Monroe's face, flawless, save for that one beauty mark on her left cheek, one sees Wabi-Sabi. It's that thing not quite right that somehow brings it all together in a unique, beautiful experience greater than the sum of the parts. But Wabi-Sabi speaks to something much more profound and fundamental than aesthetics. It gives insight into the wisdom of nature and the creative power at the core of life. Throughout nature, not only can imperfection be part of the unique beauty of something, it often also spurs the very existence of the system to begin with. When scientists began modeling the evolution of learning with mathematical models called neural networks, they discovered that homogeneity led nowhere across generations. In short, a system that is too perfect eventually collapses. It lacks the resilience and evolutionary building blocks to withstand uncertainty. Introduce a random stress, however, and magic, specifically learning, happens. As scary as it might feel when we introduce or allow for imperfection, systems evolve and flourish. Wabi-Sabi is the grain of sand that irritates the oyster to create the pearl, the conditions that make every snowflake unique, and the discontent that drives the maverick techno-evangelist to push the world to think different. New businesses and industries are formed to address an economic imperfection. Remove the imperfection? No business. In reality, then, everything we know and all that we are is the product of Wabi-Sabi. The perfection of nature is found only in its imperfection. There is no evolution without adversity. Instead of trying to eliminate our imperfections or alienate individuals courageous enough to be different, it's high time we acknowledge and even celebrate them as a key variable in the mathematics of our survival. Perhaps most importantly, it is time to stop focusing only on survival, for this is where the deeply ingrained fear of our imperfection and our brokenness come from. We fear being different lest we be cast out from our tribe, unable to survive on our own. We fear showing weakness lest someone else see this as a sign that they can eat us for dinner. If we give in to this fear of being real, different, and vulnerable, however, much of what makes life worth living ceases to exist. Love, art, friendship, and invention, all of these depend on having the courage to be authentic, take risks, fail, and pick ourselves up to try again. The pages that follow are an invitation to you to step beyond surviving and contemplate what it means and what it takes to truly thrive in your life and work. The chapters do not need to be read in any particular order. Look at the table of contents, pick any chapter title that calls to you, and start there. Jump around, read, and reread again. Notice how your relationship to the words and yourself changes. Last but not least, give yourself permission to see the beauty of all that you are and find the courage to share it with the world.